In this video, I'm going to share with you tips on how to improve your podcast audio. Coming right up. Hi there, I'm Gtwo. I'm an indie artist providing tips and tricks to help other indie artists improve their sound. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for me down there. So, you have a podcast and you want to improve the quality and sound professional? Well, I'm going to share with you 10 tips to help you improve your podcast audio. So, let's jump right into it. The first tip to improve your podcast audio is to know your microphone. So you have to determine what type of microphone are you using. Are you using a dynamic mic or a condenser mic? Because the two behave differently. And you have to determine which polar pattern are you using. 90% of mics that you would be using for a podcast would be using a cardioid polar pattern. So a cardioid polar pattern looks like this. It is an inverted heart shape. So what it does is it captures sound from the front and a little bit from the side and rejects noise from the back. So you can use that to your advantage. If you have a fan that's producing a lot of noise, you can put the back of your mic towards that fan so that it could reject that noise while you're recording your audio. The second tip is to set your audio levels properly. When you're recording your podcast audio, you want your source audio to be the best that you can get. If you can set the audio levels as high as you can without clipping, that would mean less work for you in post-production because your source audio is already at a good level. Tip number 3 is the distance from your microphone. So typically, you want to be at 3 fingers away from the microphone. So this is how it sounds like. Testing 1, 2, 3, mic test. The downside to this is you get a lot of reverb when you're this far away. So another technique that podcasters use is the proximity effect. So it is like this. So I'm speaking directly in the mic. You can hear that I'm speaking softly compared to a while ago. And you can hear the low end and the low mids boost up. When you're at this distance, you tend to hear your mouth clicks, your tongue clicks. And when you're swallowing, your throat noises. So that's a downside to that. And if you don't have a pop filter or a windscreen like this, you tend to blow the air directly to the capsule, making your plosives sound a bit more evident compared to a while ago. It's up to you if you want to speak at 3 fingers length away or if you want to use the proximity effect. It's a matter of preference. The fourth tip is if you don't have a pop filter or a windscreen like this, you can use your microphone position. You put it off axis. So what I mean by that is if your mouth is like this, you put the microphone at a 45-degree angle pointed at the corner of your mouth. So that way, I'm speaking past the microphone. So all the air is going past the capsule and not hitting it directly, reducing the plosives greatly compared to speaking it directly. Tip number 5 is to shut off all your noisy devices. So if you have a fan or an air conditioner that's producing a lot of noise, you'd want to shut that off when you're recording your podcast. Even your phone, you'd want to put your phone on silent while you're recording. When you're listening to professional podcasts, you tend to not hear any environmental noise or ambient noise because they want to keep the studio as quiet as possible. Tip number 6 is acoustic treatment. Now, you don't have to buy acoustic panels or acoustic foam to acoustically treat your room. Although if you have the budget, go for it. But the cheap way to do that is to put a lot of soft materials in your room. So you can put a rug, or you can record near a mattress or a sofa, or put pillows near the wall to absorb the reflection. Ideally, you'd want to record inside your closet because When you're inside your closet, you are surrounded by your clothes, so that's a ton of soft materials to absorb the harsh reflections, and you get a nice sounding audio. Tip number 7 is to use headphones. Now this serves two purposes. First one is so that you can monitor your audio while you're recording. So as I'm speaking right now, I have my monitor set to on my interface so I can hear myself speaking. And the second purpose for this is to reject unwanted noise. So you have your speakers turned on. The microphone would capture the audio from that speaker. So that would create feedback and it would sound very unpleasant for your listeners. Tip number 8 is to do vocal warm-ups. Now, typically you don't want to record your podcasts when you've just woken up, because when you've just woken up, you sound like this and your voice is cracking a lot. So you haven't warmed up your vocal cords yet. Your vocal cords is a muscle, so you treat it as such. Before you do the exercise of recording your podcast, you want to warm it up. So you can do vocal warm-ups for singing. And then once you've warmed it up, that's the time when you record your podcast. Tip number 9 is to keep steady while talking. So what I mean by that is you don't want to move like that while recording your podcast, because your microphone can't capture your audio at a constant level. So what you do is you stand still or you sit still and talk, because you want your microphone to capture your audio or your voice at a constant level. And when you keep on moving like that, you tend to capture the noise from your chair or from your slippers or shoes. So just keep steady while recording or while talking. And the last tip is to practice. I know that talking to the camera or to a microphone could feel a bit awkward at first, and we're not really trained to do that, and there's no real training for that. What you need to do is to practice a lot. You need to record yourself speaking to the camera or record yourself speaking to the microphone. Just keep on recording yourself, keep practicing, and then eventually you'd sound natural. You can speak with confidence, and you can hear that your podcast quality would improve a lot. So when you speak, when you've done a lot of practice, you can speak as if you're conversing with someone you know or someone you love. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you found that video interesting or helpful, hit the like button and leave a comment down there. Let me know what you guys think. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click the card at the top. Subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every week. Hit the bell to get notified when they come out. Follow me on social media right here. You can also listen to my songs on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Music. Links are in the description down below. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya!